welcome to another Shade Tree project. Look at my dog. Get out of here, man. Okay, we are making another wine video. I know you guys are saying, what happened to the cars, right? Well, it snowed, and it's snowing again, and it's supposed to snow Wednesday, I think. So, we're going to make some more wine. But I saw a thing on TV, or on YouTube, on TV. Anyway, they said you can use the bread yeast, the regular, here, whoop, whoop. Okay, the regular bread yeast. You can use that. I know you can use that. We used it in the other wine, which is good, by the way. But they said you cannot use this. Okay, this is the rapid yeast for bread machines. They say you can't use it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do one of each of these four with the regular yeast and then one with the bread machine yeast. And we're going to, I went to the winemaking shop and bought a ton of stuff. We even got one of them things to tell you how much alcohol it's going to have. Hydrometer. Okay, and we got like all kinds of cool stuff. We bought airlocks, so we actually have airlocks. We're going to be using them in these. So it's going to be very cool. But I got to drill some holes. So, let me get some stuff poured out. We'll do some measuring. We'll check our gravities, all this cool stuff. And then when it gets done, we'll check them again and see if this even works. Or this is the only one that works. Or if one produces more alcohol than the other. Anyway, we're trying to get this done really fast. So we have a whole bunch to drink on New Year's. What do you think? Alright. Let me get to it and I'll get right back to you. We've done these. And what we've done is we've took 6 ounces out of each container. And we added 1 cup of sugar to each container. Now I'm going to do, I didn't show you these ones because who wants to watch a guy pour out juice? But I guess I'm going to show you me pouring out one juice. So all I did was crack them open, get my measuring cup, pour out 6 ounces, put the lid back on, do the same thing over here. That's it. Now we got to add the cup of sugar. We got to do our gravity test, and this is the first time I've ever done it. So, I guess we'll be learning together. And if I had to guess to see which one was going to be the most alcohol by volume, I would say this one is, because it's the most calories. But we don't know. Oh, the other thing I've heard on YouTube is you cannot make wine out of fruit cocktail. Has to be 100% juice. See, all these are 100% juice except for this one. And it's a cocktail, and it tastes the best. But I don't believe that because you can make it out of Tang. I just can't find any dang Tang right now. In '92, when I made it out of Tang, it was more available. This is a long time since then. So, but anyway, let's get to this. Here we go. From what I've seen on YouTube, this is how you do it. You open it up. You pour some. They usually have a turkey baster. So I don't have one. And you put this juice in there. Like so. It's about how full they do it on YouTube. Then you take your hydrometer. Ta-da! And you put it down in there. And it should float. And it does. This is amazing. It's working just like it's supposed to. So, we got bubbles. What you got to do is get a reading off of this. Let me let it bounce around a little bit. Okay. That looks like Oh man, I don't don't see where I'm supposed to read it now. I'll get right back to you. We figured it out. This one is 1.080. That's what it is. So, we'll write it down on here. We'll move on to our next step. One of them, to make sure I didn't get carried away on sugar on one and not on the other, or something like that, or got fuller or not. But these two, the cocktail, both measured out at 1.080. So, apparently I did better than I thought I did. This is our sanitation bucket right here, which is just a cooler with... Do you know what is that stuff we got? Sand something sanitizer. So after we do this, we put it right into our sanitizer. That way we're not cross-contaminating. Just so everybody knows. Alright, I'll get back to you when I got these all done. The yeast in. We had a cool discovery too. They all tested out. I did a pretty good job. They all tested out the same, except for the cran pomegranate, and it's 0.02 difference. But I wrote them down, so if there's a reason it doesn't work, then you guys could always say it was that 200. Anyway, they all come out the same except for that one. And to tell you the truth, this one didn't want to dissolve the sugar either. For some reason, we had to shake this one a whole lot to dissolve the sugar. But anyway, what we're going to be putting in now is a half a tablespoon of yeast in each one of these. And in these four, I'm going to be just using the active dry yeast. And let's go like this. And on the back four, I'll be using the bread machine yeast. And we'll get them in there. I'll show you how we're going to do it. Open the lid. Open our yeast. Get out one. Level it off. Like that. Dump it in there. Just like that. We're not going to hydrate our yeast because it's going to get plenty of hydration in here. And then we put our lid on it. And we'll shake it. Get those things all good and shooked it up. And that's how we're going to do it. It looks pretty nasty right now, but it won't when it's done. Alright, let me get the rest of these done. And I'll mark the front ones, I guess, AD, and the back ones, BM. How's that sound? Alright, I'll get back to you. Yeast in all of them. Now it's time to build our lids. Instead of buying corks for each one of these, I'm just going to make my own. So, what I'm going to do is these lids all have like a little dimple in them. And I'm just going to drill a hole right through. Woo! Don't do it that crazy. Like that. Oh, and what I did was I made sure that it was nearly or about the same size as my lock. So anyway, my airlock. So I got it drilled out, and I'll drop it in our sanitation bucket. Swishel it around, get it good and sanitized. We'll take an airlock, and it is filled with the sanitation water, so let's get it down to the right level. And if you look on these things, they have a level. There's the level that this water needs to be at. So I got to drain out some of this water. And some more of this water. And even more of this water. Okay, that's looking pretty close. Let me make sure it's right. Yep, okay. We got that part right now. Sanitized. We put this thing, our airlock, in there, but we don't want it in so far that it touches the juice, or else it won't work. Alright, let me get these set up and I'll get right back with you. Finessing. You can see we got it in there. And we can hold it up here. And we can see it even screwed down all the way. It's not going to touch that. So the next thing we're going to want to do is while we got this, we're going to take some hot glue. And we're just going to squeeze a little bit right around the top there. And the reason we're doing that is to keep any dust or anything from getting down in there. So now that we got that done, take this and we screw it on. That's all there is to it. So let me get all these done and I'll get back to you. See, we got them all done with our locks. Which these locks are kind of cool. I never had them before. Like I said, I used a trash bag or I made that thing. This is way better. Anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching. In about 7 to 10 days, these should be fermented. No, I don't know. They should be alcohol by then. I'll just take a little couple pictures of them when they're making bubbles, like in a day or two, to put on the next video. And then we're going to test them. In 7 to 10 days, when they're done, we'll test them. And we'll see if the bread machine stuff even worked. And if it's as high as alcohol or if the active dry, whichever. The one that they says can work. I also want to check to see if the fruit cocktail one works. It's got to work. I mean, there's nothing that would make it not. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching. We will get back to the car videos as soon as it warms up a little bit. And please like and share like always. And hope y'all have a good holiday and a Happy New Year. I'll see y'all later.